I'm Gabby.
And I'm Shanna.
And we're 27 Travels.
And today we are in Boston, Massachusetts.
So freaking exciting. We just got here this morning and we cannot wait to explore the whole city.
So we actually have been to Boston before, and we just looked back on our Instagram and it was like 2017-ish. So I'm gonna put the photo here because we look like literal babies.
I feel like we could do the same pose we're doing. Ready? Go.
I was like this and you're like,
You're welcome.
So that's what we were doing in 2017, and we actually just came like on a whim. Like we just drove up here from New York for like a long weekend, but today we are actually here because we are working with the Boston Tourism Board, Visit Boston, on their new all-inclusive campaign, and we are so excited to be here.
Boston really is such an inclusive city. We had an amazing time last time we were here, and we can't wait to just go and continue to explore this city just being ourselves.
So we have a bunch of fun things planned for the next few days, and we can't wait to show you what we are up to. So first off, we're gonna need to check into our hotel, so that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so we just checked into our hotel in Boston, and we are staying at the Envoy, which is a Marriott Autograph Collection hotel, and this room is probably like the coolest like design of a hotel room that we've ever been in.
Yeah, it's very like open concept, so it feels like everything is kind of in one room, but at the same time it doesn't feel like you're like in the bathroom while you're in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. But it's really cool, and we have a beautiful view of the water.
Okay, room tour host Gabby.
Let's go.
You're gonna show us.
I'm always the room tour host.
Well, because I'm always filming.
Okay, so this is basically like the bedroom area. It's this super cute like bed, which is a great size, and then you can kind of see it's like the whole room is open. I don't know how to explain it, but like.
But I kind of like that, like the bed, you can't really see, but like the bed like faces like the outdoors, which is like really cool, and the TV's on like it looks like a bicycle.
We have this huge bathroom. It's like really big.
It's
like
really big.
The size of like 2 rooms of our apartment.
Yeah, really, really big.
But you can see it's like stall style bathroom.
The toilet's there, and then showers on this side.
So we got it all in here.
So now we are going to finish getting ready, like unpack some things, and then we're going to be out for the day doing some things on our itinerary.
Yes, and even though we've been to Boston before, there's a lot of things that we didn't do when we came last time because it was really, really cold the last time we were here. We stayed in a completely different area and it snowed, so we just did different things. So I think we're gonna see what we can go do in the nice weather today.
Okay, so the other really cool thing about the Envoy Hotel is that there is this amazing rooftop view. I just need to turn the camera around and show you, but it's a beautiful day in Boston today.
Yeah, it's gorgeous
and
right now. Perfect sunny
view.
weather. Like, look at this.
Amazing. Oh, look, it's hashtag lookout rooftop. All right,
yeah.
Well, this is the view. Like, look, so cool.
So you can actually get like drinks and food up here. There's a full bar, and we're definitely gonna come check that out in a few days. So we are at High Street Place right now, which is this amazing food hall. There's so many different places in here, like totally different kind of bars, restaurants, anything you can imagine, and you can just come and hang out in here, and they even have outdoor seating, which is really cool. But right now we're at Bubble Bath, and it is this amazing like champagne/wine bar, and they even have a champagne vending machine. Can you believe that?
I cannot wait to use this. They gave us a coin that we could put in the vending machine.
We have a little token.
They said you pick your favorite number, so obviously freaking number 27.
Yeah. 27 on the vending machine, so let's do it. Okay, it's time. You ready?
Ready.
I think I enter. Oh, there it goes.
Oh my god.
Number 27, let's go.
So cool. What?
Coolest thing ever. What? Okay, so right now we are walking to a really fun event. It's basically the launch for the all-inclusive Boston campaign, so we're really excited about that, and we cannot wait to go and have some fun.
All let's take a second to review how this campaign means something to you individually. I think it will make you a strong advocate for telling the story that Boston needs to tell in the next phase of its life.
I just want to give immense praise and thanks to the team that's helped to create and continue this campaign, this all-inclusive Boston campaign. that works to highlight all of the richness and diversity across our neighborhood.
So we just finished up at the event for the all-inclusive Boston campaign, and it was so amazing. Like, the room was actually filled with like diverse individuals, and there were just some speeches from some locals basically just talking about like how they all helped like work on the campaign and that they're really excited about it. So we're really excited about it and really excited to be working with Boston on this, because it's super important right now, especially in tourism, to make sure that we're being diverse and inclusive. That's what we're doing in Boston this week, trying to show you all how diverse and inclusive it is. So now we are heading to dinner, and dinner is actually at our hotel. So we're going to the restaurant in our hotel.
Apparently this restaurant has just like a beyond amazing chef.
Yeah, someone was telling us that the chef at this restaurant was actually on Chopped and has like won Chopped like multiple times or something. So we love Food Network and we watch Chopped, but we're really excited. Check it out. Okay, so we are at Power Maria right now, which is the restaurant inside our hotel, the Envoy Hotel, and we kind of got a bunch of different things to try, and they have some things on the menu that you could like make vegan, but actually the chef or the sous chef made us like a bunch of stuff that's completely vegan, which is amazing. But one cool thing that we found out is actually that the head chef here is named Tatiana Rosana, and she was on Chopped, but she actually has a wife, which is really cool because we love supporting other queer people and queer businesses whenever we're traveling. So excited about this.
Yeah, so basically make sure you come here and try the food. Shannon's gonna give you her review of this right away.
I don't want to get told off for eating a tamale wrong, but I'm gonna do my best.
She understands that she's probably eating it wrong.
I've never eaten one before, okay everyone?
Yummy? You like it? There's actually popcorn on this one, which is really creative and different, I feel like.
So it is day 2 in Boston today, and today we are going to the Contemporary Art Museum here, and they're supposed to have a really cool exhibit for Kusama, who is like an artist that Gabby and I really love. We go to a lot of her exhibits in New York City, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah, it should be really, really cool. I personally love art museums. We don't always get to see them when we go to like a new city, but I don't think we've been to any art museums in Boston before.
No,
so
I don't think so.
I think it'll be kind of cool to check it out, and we've heard amazing things about all of the different art museums that are here in Boston.
Right now we are at this really cool like waterfront view, kind of near our hotel, and we're just gonna like take some photos and stuff.
Yeah, it's super nice over here. You can walk along basically the
Here,
whole...
I'll show you like this.
Yeah, look,
this is a better view.
You can walk along the whole water, and it's all cobblestone over here. It's so cool.
So cool.
That you can hear her reciting a poem above us, like a love poem in Japanese, because this is called Love is Calling.
Okay, so we're in a new area of Boston now. I think the area is called South Washington or South of Washington, but I feel like we're gonna find out what it's actually called later on, because we're doing like a little tour of this area. But that's the area we're in right now, and it's so pretty. I don't know if you could see like all the like brick buildings behind us, but it reminds us kind of like brownstones in New York City, except made out of brick, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell that this neighborhood looks like a little bit more of like an old neighborhood. It's just like the brick streets, like the kind of houses that there are, and I don't know, it's really beautiful. So it's definitely gonna be fun to walk around.
And we also just finished up at the Contemporary Art Museum, as you just saw, and we actually really loved the exhibits there. It was absolutely beautiful, and the artists that they picked to like show in the exhibit were queer and people of color as well. So we thought that was like really inclusive and diverse. It kind of goes along with the whole campaign that Boston is setting up right now, so we really love that a lot. But now we're going to kind of like explore this area and go get some lunch, and then we'll fill you in on what we learned, because we've definitely never been to this area of Boston before, so we're gonna need to do some exploring. We're gonna walk around the Sowa district, which we learned means like south of Washington Street, which is kind of like a play on like Soho or like south of Houston Street in New York City. But this area is like really known for being like a haven for like artists and creatives. There's also like cute like local shops here, because it's like a really eclectic group of people and like a really welcoming community. So we're really excited to kind of like walk around and explore. It kind of so far reminds us of like Dumbo in Brooklyn. Like the vibe is like very like, you know, old factories that have now been like converted into like new, more like modern spaces.
so on mosaics right now, and we are about to do a mosaics class, which we've never done before. We are so excited to try it out. I mean, you know that I love an art class.
I'm probably gonna be terrible, but I'm gonna have fun, I think. So yeah, we're excited to go in.
So I'm Audrey, I'm a mosaic artist, and welcome to my studio. Most of the work you see I've done. There's a few pieces that are from students. All the tiles too you see, you can use them as they are. There's different colors, patterns, but also don't hesitate to break them and make them a different shape. Or if there's like a color or a little part of it that you like, you could just take that part.
Finished our mosaics, and this is mine. Lots of like different rainbow colors, but Gabby's came out so good. She obviously did a 27.
That was my plan from the get-go. The minute we sat down, I was like, I saw the square, I know what I want to make.
I love it. It looks so good.
Thank you, baby. I love yours too. Okay, so we're at Rain Drink Lab right now, and we just went and got coffees. It is such an awesome place. There's just amazing coffees and teas and all kinds of specialty drinks. So Rain Drink Lab is actually in the Dorchester area, and it's a really cool area with such like an interesting and different community. And we actually met the owner, and he is such a cool person, and he is from this area of Boston, and he was telling us all about it, and it was so cool to learn about all the different kinds of people that live in this neighborhood.
We are at this place called D-Bar right now, which is a gay bar, but also a restaurant. So we're here for dinner, and we're really excited about it because we obviously love supporting LGBTQ businesses whenever we're traveling somewhere. But we've heard a lot of really good things about this place, and apparently they have like themed nights on certain nights, and tonight it's supposed to be like show tune themed night, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be here in time to see it. But if you are in the Dorchester area and you ever come to D-Bar, make sure you check out their events because they have a lot of fun stuff going on.
Good morning.
So it is the next day in Boston now, and it's actually unfortunately raining today. Like we can already see the rain hitting the window of our hotel room, but that's okay because we're doing a bunch of things inside. Today on our itinerary, we are going to a museum called the Isabella Gardner Museum, and we're not entirely sure what that is, but obviously once we get there, we will tell you. And then we're going to the Timeout Market, which is really cool because we have one in New York, but what we really like about the Timeout Markets is that there's like a bunch of local restaurants kind of like all in like one marketplace, so that's gonna be really fun. And then we're going on a tour of Fenway Park after that, which we are really excited about because Fenway Park, if you don't know, is where the Boston Red Sox play, and sports in New England in general are just like a really big deal. Like everyone here goes like really hard for their sports teams, and Fenway Park is just iconic because it's the place where you go watch the Boston Red Sox play. So we're gonna go on a little tour of that today, and we're really excited. Now we are at the Isabella Gardner Museum, and it's basically just like a collection of a bunch of different kinds of artwork. So we haven't really gone too far, but the first thing we saw is this amazing little like palace garden thing.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a courtyard, but it's super beautiful. There's so many flowers and different like sculptures and stuff. It feels like we're like in Italy somewhere. It's so funny.
This looks like beautiful. Like there's all the flowers there, and then this just looks like very European.
So European. We are at Boston's Timeout Market right now, and it is so awesome. If you don't know what Timeout Market is, it's this amazing food hall, and a few different cities have one, including Timeout Market Boston, and it just has tons of local food vendors from the area, drinks, basically you name it, and you can come here and try a bunch of different local foods and restaurants, and it's really, really fun to come to for lunch or dinner.
To a bunch of the different vendors in Timeout Market, and we tried like a little bit of stuff from a bunch of different ones. So we need to like try all of this and see what our favorites are. We tried everything and basically devoured everything because it was so good, but I think my favorite was actually the nori taco, just because it was something that I've like never had before, and the flavor was like really good and like really unique, and it tasted, I don't know, it just tasted really good. So I think that one was my favorite, but really everything we had was so good. Oh, obviously also the Union Square donuts. I mean, the last time we came here, I remember we were talking about those donuts forever, and New York is seriously lacking on the donut scene.
And the two teams shared a locker room. And believe it or not, there was only a curtain separating the two teams. Oh, wow. So you can imagine the shenanigans with that curtain.
Okay, so it's very rainy, as you can tell based on my hood situation, but we just finished the tour at Fenway Park, and it was actually really interesting. We learned like a lot of like really cool facts about the park. That basically they actually have seats in the park that are from 1934, which is crazy. Like it's actually, I think, the oldest seats in like Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and they were saying they're also the only wooden seats in all of Major League Baseball now that are like left.
So we just like learned a lot about like the stadium and the history of baseball at Fenway Park, which, like I was saying earlier in this video, if you are a New England sports fan, you know that sports are a really big deal here. So it was really cool to learn all about that. Also, as a thank you, the Fenway Park team gave us these really cool Boston Red Sox hats.
They are really, really cool. Don't tell anybody in New York that we're wearing these. There's no proof. Find the proof.
I don't think we can wear these in New York because we might get in major trouble.
Yeah. But if you don't know this, there's a huge like New York-Boston rivalry, especially Red Sox versus Yankees.
Yes.
So, Red Sox, and we are from New York, so.
Everyone there's a Yankees fan. Actually, we are Mets fans, so we're not part of the rivalry in this particular moment.
Yeah,
but
we support everybody.
We just think it's really cool. So thank you so much, Fenway Park. That was really sweet of you. And we're definitely going to be sporting these all day because it's raining, as we said earlier.
Sure as heck is.
So it's a little loud, but we are at Flight Club right now, which is a place that we've never been to before, but it kind of seems like a place where you can like drink and get some appetizers and play darts. This is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, and you can see on the screen, that's our names up there. Yeah. We're basically against each other, so I mean, if you know us, you know that Shanna's probably gonna win this because she's more competitive and also better at darts and all sports, and I'm pretty bad, but I guess we'll see how this goes.
Okay, so for our final night activity, we are on the rooftop of our hotel, which is called the Lookout Rooftop. It's on the rooftop of the Envoy Hotel, and we're getting some drinks with an amazing view because it actually stopped raining finally. It's just kind of like a little bit cloudy still, but the sun is about to set, and it looks absolutely beautiful out there.
You might remember that the first day we were here when it was like sunny and beautiful and we took some photos, but this is really nice too. We're in like a little enclosed booth, so it's not so cold, no more rain, and we're gonna watch the sunset.
So unfortunately, it's our last day in Boston today, but we had such a fun trip here. And one thing that we definitely wanted to like talk about is that even though we were in Boston in 2017, we did completely different things this trip.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like we basically did not overlap anything we did except having the Union Square donuts, and we had them in a completely different place. So we had them at the Timeout Market Boston instead of in the other neighborhood that we were staying in last time. So it's pretty crazy how you can come to the city and just like be able to see a whole different side of the city depending on like what trip you take here.
Yeah, I think it's also just like a testament to like how much you can actually do in Boston. Like a lot of people might think, oh, you just come here, you do some of the historical sites and then you leave, but there's actually so much more to do here.
We did so many things that felt so inclusive, and we just felt comfortable being ourselves as a lesbian couple, so it's definitely a great city for that.
So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon with another video. Bye!